What's up guys, Brown Sugar Babe here. So I'm going to assume that you all have seen or at least heard of the bombshell news this past Tuesday that Kandi Burruss from Real Housewives of Atlanta accused Carlos King of stealing the life story of the R&B group Escape and selling it to another television network. As you all know, Kandi is a member of that same singing group. If you haven't already seen it, you can catch the full interview on House of Arionne's YouTube page, which I have up on the screen. This news sent shockwaves throughout Black social media, including the more popular pages like the Neighborhood Talk. Now, instead of drinking her water and minding her business, Arionne decided to insert herself into the discussion and put her perceived grievances about Carlos into the same category as Kandi's grievances. Arionne, no one sent for you, but since you are a self-proclaimed public figure who has an opinion about Kandi and Carlos's public drama, now the bloggers have an opinion about what you said. So if you want to stay out of the blogs, simply do this.
I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
It's that simple. And because no one sent for you, you got dragged for filth in the comments. Check out my internet sis page, Chit Chat with QT, where she gives the tea on the dragging session that occurred under Arionne's comments. But before I get into my commentary, y'all go ahead and thumbs up this video. I also wanted to thank everyone for helping me to reach 10K subscribers. And I mean everyone. Because even if you stop by but you don't subscribe, you're watching the videos in its entirety, you're thumbs upping the videos, you're commenting. So thank you literally to everyone. But if you're feeling generous on this weekend, you know, I love to have you help me continue grow this channel. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you all for your support. So yeah, like I said, Arionne inserted herself into the Kandi Carlos drama by saying the following. This explains a lot. It's crazy how people will rather use you and make money off of you without wanting you to be a part of your own life story, but lie to the viewers like they reaching out. Shaking my head. If it got done to you, I never stood a chance. Arionne proceeds to get dragged for filth by several people. One person in particular basically told Arionne that sleeping with a married man and taunting his wife about it is the only quote-unquote story that she has. And I agree with this person 100%. Arionne continuing to state and or allude to the fact that she was not cast as a member of Love and Marriage Huntsville and given the opportunity to, quote, tell her side of the story. Like, this shit is getting super stale at this point. You know, I thought the girl was over this, but clearly she's not. So here's basically what I have to say. Arionne, you have no side to tell, okay? There is no other side or other story to tell about sleeping with a married man for 7 years. In other words, there is no justification for what you did. During those 7 years that you carried on an affair, you have never alleged that Martell forced you to be in a relationship with him. You've never alleged that he threatened bodily harm to you or your family if you did not sleep with him. You've never alleged that he threatened to expose some devastating secret about you. You've never alleged that he was physically abusive towards you. Simply, you've never alleged that this was a relationship that you could not get out of. In fact, you said the opposite. Per the Tasha K interview, you painted the relationship to be one in which you could have Martell anytime you wanted. Martell was at your beck and call. You said on a couple of your Instagram lives that you could sit on his face anytime you wanted, that you could take Melody's husband with your eyes closed. So based on your own words, you were a lot more dominant than he was because the ball was always in your court. This is not called another side of the story. This is called being stupid and being a willing participant in the demise and ultimate breakdown of a family. That is the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now, there would have been another side to the story if you made any one of those allegations that I previously mentioned, because then that would then justify you having a hard time leaving him. If he threatened to hurt you, you know, he threatened to kill you, Then we, the viewers, then we could understand why you continued a relationship with him. But you let us know that you were 100% in control of you and Martel's relationship. And you gave us an entire preview of what your quote-unquote story would be if you got on the show.
You have already destroyed one marriage.
I did not destroy a marriage, Tasha.
Well,
people can say that I destroyed a marriage, but I did not destroy a marriage.
From their perspective.
Okay.
I know what it was between you
and him. And it's still a wrong perspective. Like, let's talk about that, because I don't feel like I destroyed a marriage. I felt like it was a married man who was persistently pursuing me. Not the other way around.
Like, you didn't take any vows. And so
exactly.
I do get that. And
what goes on in somebody's household between those two, because obviously when he stepped out to come and talk to me, it was already problems. So at that point, it was destroyed. Am I right or am I wrong?
Bitch, you dead ass wrong for a number of reasons, and y'all could give me a few. But here's what I gotta say. Just because a married man hollered at you don't mean his marriage is destroyed. The marriage is destroyed when them divorce papers are filed and when that divorce decree is issued. You believing that his marriage was already destroyed because he hollered at you does not give you the green light or a valid excuse to sleep with him. This belief does not absolve your responsibility for playing a part in wrecking a home. But there you have it, guys. That's her storyline, or what she would call her side of the story. A married man pursued me and I continuously allowed him back into my life. That's it. So simply put, Arionne, you have no story to tell. So with that being said, it is crystal clear to me that your one and only motive for getting on the show is to taunt Melody Cherie for staying with her husband. You would make fun of her for trying to hold her family together for the sake of her little children. You would do everything in your power, just like Martel, to, quote, expose Melody so that her fans could unfollow her. Remember when Martel said, if you all know the real Melody, you would unfollow her. Arionne would perpetuate this foolishness if she were to get on the show. And how else do we know she would taunt Melody? Because, Arionne, you do it now. In your lives and in the comment sections where you tell women, don't get mad at me because your man is cheating on you. So how are we to believe you would say or do anything differently on the show? You and Martel would literally heckle the living daylights out of Melody, and we the viewers are not here for this, because constantly berating a woman for not leaving her husband is not considered another side of the story. This would be considered bullying. Why would you be given a platform on a major network for this? The OWN network would lose every single advertiser for that show. So while you think you are good for business, y'all remember a long time ago when she said, oh, Carlos fumbling the bag by not letting her on the show? You're actually horrible for business. Sorry to tell you, but that's just the truth. We don't give a shit how much times you tell us Melody should have controlled her husband, or that you told Melody her husband was performing various sexual acts on you and therefore she is slow for staying with her husband. Well, she left. So at this point, what could you say about that entire situation? You can't call her slow anymore. Nothing you say will bother her, so what would you even offer us at this point? But if you feel so strongly that a powerful and billion-dollar network used your quote-unquote likeness for a TV show and to enrich themselves, then file a lawsuit. You can literally sue for unauthorized use of your name and likeness. Yep. Because we are tired of hearing you say this.
Every episode, every season has built on you.
My likeness.
And you have yet to collect one dime from appearing on that show. But yet every show, every season, Carlos King, Melody Holt, Martel Holt are milking.
Creating a false narrative on my behalf. Not really letting me speak.
Girl, ain't nobody knew about you from that show, and nobody is preventing you from speaking. But put your money where your mouth is and go hire an attorney and file a lawsuit. make sure you let the judge know that all these people, Carlos and them, that they used your name on the show. Make sure you tell the judge they use your image and they use your overall identity for their financial gain, okay? So go ahead and take a stab at it, because even you got to be tired of complaining that they use you for a storyline. So like I said, put your money where your mouth is. Go hire an attorney, and girl, keep us posted. Let's see how that works out for you. Y'all, am I tripping that there is no other side to this story? Or does Arionne have a story to tell? You know, and if she were to sue the OWN network for allegedly using her likeness, can she win? I have watched the show from season 1, and I first found out what her name was and what she looked like from YouTube. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I missed something. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will meet you in the comments. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching the video. Take care.